Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. We're going to take a brief glimpse at the Ring of Power. Let's explore! What is so special about this ring? What sets it apart from other rings of its type? Well, there's a lot, actually. It looks like just an ordinary band. One could make an inference that it's a wedding band. But in reality, though many people wear bands that look a lot like this, actually it's just a freaking ring. That's it. It's just a ring. But what's so special about this ring is what it is made of. And I know you're probably thinking, well, it's gold, Uncle Sal. Indeed it is. But it's not just any type of gold. That's for sure. This ring is very special. And in fact, if you wear it on your finger, you may give the impression that you're married, even if you're not. But more importantly, you are holding wealth on your finger. Make no mistake, if you have a ring of gold on your finger, no matter what kind of gold it is, you are wearing wealth. Gold comes in many different purity levels. Usually they're measured in carats. You've heard me talk about this before. And the carats give essentially a level of color, of depth, of strength, because usually gold is very soft. In fact, you can see on this ring here, there's some indentations and the like, and this ring really has not been worn that much. But if you have a 10 karat ring, less than half of it is gold. Less than half of the ring has an actual gold weight that is much less than the weight of the ring itself. So in other words, a 12 karat ring is 50% gold and 50% other metals, typically copper and silver. And depending on the level of copper and silver, or maybe other metals in there, will give it a different type of a yellow color. More silver would give it a brighter color. More copper will give it a rose type of color. And we've seen that time and time again with rose gold and other different varying levels of gold depending on the kind of metals that are contained. So typically you would find wedding bands and other types of rings having a purity level of 14 karat. 14 karat is just over 50%. I don't know the exact percentage. I don't have those numbers in front of me, but you get the idea. It's over 50% gold. That's the most common. 10 karat being the next common. Then you have 18 karat, which is a fairly high purity for most Western cultures. But in some places, especially in the Middle East, you can't have anything below 18 karat, and usually it moves to 22 karat, which is almost pure gold. You can see a lot of jewelry out in the Middle East and in the Eastern countries made of 22 karat gold or higher. And 22 karat gold or higher is essentially what this coin is made of. This is a American gold eagle, and it's basically 22 karat, and it's a purity of over 90% gold. Over 90% is pretty amazing to think about. And even then, depending on the level of silver and copper in the coin, it gives it a unique color. And you can see the difference even between these two, between this 90% gold coin and the ring there before you. And this ring, by the way, let's take a look at it there. It is indeed 24 karat. In fact, you can see it there. Right there, it's from Monet. Monet is probably one of the more premier bullion jewelry companies out there. I use that term bullion loosely because you pay a very heavy premium, well, fairly heavy premium, to get a gold ring like this, much higher than spot. But for most jewelry manufacturers out there, their prices are considered reasonable. for pure gold jewelry. They also make platinum as well, platinum and gold, but it just gives you a sense of security, fiscal security, having a piece of jewelry like this in your collection as bullion. And I think that's neat. You can take this thing and, now I don't wear this ring, but you could wear this in public and no one would be the wiser as to how much gold is in it. They may think, unless you look at it closely, that it is a gold-plated 18 karat gold, or just 18 or 14 karat gold ring. To the average eye, to the untrained eye, they would be none the wiser unless they looked at the marking inside. But of course, if you needed to sell it, you would take it to a coin shop or a bullion dealer, and they would be able to test it and tell readily, right away, that it is indeed gold. And by the way, 24 karat gold, as measured, does have a range, and usually, I believe it's 998 and above. And so typically this gold here, gold ring, could in theory have less than 3 nines fine gold, but 998 I believe is the bottom end of that. But typically it's probably easier just to have and during a process that can refine it to 3 nines fine gold, and that is kind of what is said here. So this is a ring that I had shown on this channel. I believe I did an unboxing of it, and I might try to find that and post it at the end screen of this video if you're interested in seeing it. But I thought I'd just show it again because I think it's really neat to have gold in different forms such as this. You will find some bullion dealers actually sell bullion jewelry, such as bracelets and rings, necklaces, pendants, and the like. And I think that's really neat. In fact, earlier this year, I bought a 24 karat gold guitar pick. And yes, indeed, in that video, I may actually post a link in the end screen of this video as well, so that you can see that. Alternate ways of owning gold that most may not recognize. Fairly untraditional in the bullion market, but very much anything that has gold on it or is comprised of gold can be tested, and essentially it can be very highly liquid as long as you have the confidence that it's gold. And this can be tested, and a lot of these bullion dealers, coin shops, now have these fancy, very expensive, over $10,000 X-ray guns that can tell you exactly what the material is made of. So it makes it much easier to be able to liquidate these things now more than ever as more of those shops get it. But you can also get a Sigma Analytics a verifier too, precious metals verifier, and those are actually really good at detecting gold as well, and silver too. But nonetheless, it's a great way to inconspicuously have a little bit of bullion, have a little bit of purity in your life with gold such as this, hence the ring of power indeed. The traditional way to own gold for most of us here is like this. And this is high purity, but still not pure 3 nines fine pure. But this gold eagle here is certainly well recognized, highly liquid, and a beautiful coin, a beautiful way to own gold. But this is a little more less traditional, to have yourself a very merry goldmas, right? Exactly. But gold is quite an interesting metal. As we know, it's very soft, very easily dinged up. In fact, I think this ding came directly from the factory like that. And a little unfortunate, but I guess they're all have their somewhat little levels of imperfection to them. It is a very soft metal, gold is, and so that is one of the drawbacks. But when you wear something like this, you know it's going to be smacked around. And so therefore, any kind of gold jewelry, gold bullion, if you don't really have a way to protect it, such as in a ring form, probably best not to wear it, but maybe to have it on your person, unless you need to go through an airport or customs. Then you put it on for that trip. You carry a lot of gold that way, by the way. You think about it, you can have yourself a very nice big gold ring made. It's well over an ounce if you really wanted to, or a nice necklace with big amulets, or what have you on it. You can carry a lot of wealth that way. So just a little bit of an unusual, different way to be able to have gold. And in this case, it's the Ring of Power. I thought I'd just share this with the community. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and to encourage you to please rate, please share, and then after that, if you want to comment, I would not be opposed to that either. And subscribe.